Selling based on value is the best way for you to scale your agency. And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down exactly how $40,000 per month producers are consistently hitting the mark. As always, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe. My name is Trey. I'm the owner of Agent Lead Lab. In the past 3.5 years, we've helped 550 agents like yourself hit $40,000 per month. I'm not guaranteeing that it will happen, but I will say if you follow these tactics, strategies, and behaviors, you will increase the likelihood that you make more money. And hopefully you do. So anyways, as always, like I said, like, comment, subscribe. We're going to hop right into the video and let's get into it. So for those of you who are new to my channel, I'm a very unscripted person. It's a new week, April 20th currently. I try to go through different strategies, behaviors, and tactics and what you can do. And I'm super excited because today I just want to talk about selling, okay? And why I think that in the life insurance space, you have a lot of really good people that know how to control conversations and sell at a very high level. And there's a lot of people who don't. And there's a huge discrepancy. Might be in every industry. This is the industry I've been in, so I want to talk about it briefly. Okay. So what separates average from elite? Okay. There's really two main factors. Number one is tonality. Okay. Second one is control. And that's all we're talking about today. Because the best salespeople have a really great tonality, they understand tonality, and they have great control of the conversation. So let's start with tonality. Now, most of the times, I think that tonality probably is very underplayed in the overall value of selling. Why? Because our tonality is based off of a lot of times our beliefs, our moods, what we're wearing, how we carry ourselves, the environment that we're in. You know, if I show up to work and I'm wearing shorts and a hoodie and, I'm kind of slouched, I'm kind of bent over, I'm going to have a completely different tonality than somebody who's upright, probably has like a tie on, a little bit more locked in. I have my seat is stern, I'm kind of focused. Now, I'm not saying you can't sell with hoodies, right? But I'm just talking about creating the environment for the tonality, okay? When I speak to somebody, how I say something is honestly a lot more important than what I say. Hey, John. Hey, John, this is Trey calling from blah, blah, blah. You put in a request for blah, blah, blah. Is that correct? Sounds a lot different than, hey, John. Yeah, hey, John, this is so-and-so from so-and-so getting back to you about so-and-so. Is that correct? It's very different. It's another reason why somebody can say something very fast and still elicit a controlled response from the client because of their tonality. If I'm like, hey, John, yeah, hey, John, this is Trey. I'm giving you a quick call. You did blah, 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 blah. Sounds different than, hey, John, this is Trey. Blah, 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 blah. See, I'm rambling on. My tonality has just the way I'm saying the words, not just what I'm saying. And that's along the whole conversation. It's like you're talking to somebody and they say something and you're like, yeah, what's your social? Rather than saying, what's your social, John? I sound way different saying, what's your social? Versus, what's your social, John? Or, what's your social? What's your social, John? Versus, what is your social, John? You can hear in my voice that I sound confident, that I sound like I know what I'm saying. You ever heard a certain, you heard your parents' voice and you just knew, like, oh, snap, I gotta lock in, right? Like, you treat it different than an aunt that you don't really respect when she says something crazy, or uncle that you don't really respect when he says something crazy. Just the way that you hear the words that are being said means a lot. And the top salespeople, that's what they focus on, their tonality, right? Now, one of the things that goes alongside of it is your frame. I would beg to differ that you need frame in order to have the right tonality. I will say that's the first step in the process. But I think even people who you give the right frame, if they don't have the right tone, it jacks it up. I could be like, yeah, you are the doctor and they are the patient. And it's like, yeah, you could frame that all day, but if you don't sound like a doctor, they're not going to move like a doctor, meaning they aren't going to move as if you're a doctor. If you sound hesitant, the same way people look, like tonality in sales is the same as what do people call like aura or appeal. People say like sex appeal or like attractiveness or masculinity or femininity, right? Like these are like different things that you can just kind of like I don't know how to explain this. It's like the behaviors that you do. are what people phrase that as, right? So when I say tone, it's typically like you project your voice, you have some sort of like your voice is not soft. If your voice is soft like this, you don't have strong tone. It's not that you have to yell at people, it's you have to be direct. And that is a behavior, how you say the words that you say. It's the same way if you walk in with your slouched, it's like you just don't look confident. You don't sound confident. But then to break that down on what that is. Okay. So practically, I can tell people you need to sound like you are a command sergeant. What would a command sergeant sound like? Well, their voice would be kind of deep. They wouldn't what they say would sound like they're saying I don't really know how to explain what you need to do, but those frames, that viewpoint, how you see and speak to people is what's going to change the game. If you walk in and every day say like, I'm a doctor, they're a patient, I'm the army sergeant, I need to tell them what to do. It's going to sound very different than like, yeah, I'm just here to like sell people insurance. Like I know what's best. I am the person that took the test, right? Like these are the things that I used to tell myself that works across all industries. If you are the expert and you're calling somebody, when you talk to somebody, they just tell you exactly what to do. You either do it or don't, point blank, period. But there's no in between, right? Now, I think this is super important and very undervalued. I don't care what industry you're in. Okay. Second thing is control. This ties in, and I guess you could put frame in here. Honestly, tonality, control, and frame. But to me, these three things are really all you need. I give you a script, and if you don't have these three things, it doesn't matter. You can read the words of script, and if you don't have tonality, control is I control the conversation. So the average person, the average agent struggles because they don't control the conversation. They let the client tell them what to do. Like a client tells them this, client tells them that. Oh, I'm getting objections. Like, bro, you're creating those and you're letting them tell objections. The moment you know how to handle objection, you need to apply tonality and apply the right frame. Because if I call you and I'm like, hey, look, you filled this out. I'm trying to get in contact with you, blah, 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 blah. I need to get this taken care of because I have 5 other people I got to talk to. You are going to sound different. You are going to sound different. You're going to be framed different. They're going to treat you different. If you call and sound like, wow, finally they picked up the phone, you're going to sound horrible. They're not going to trust you, right? They're going to be like, yo, this dude sounds like he needs me right now. It's like, no, like, John, I have like 20 other appointments I got to get to. So, like, I need to get this taken care of. Do you want to protect your family? Is this important to you or is it not? I'm not saying that you say those exact words, but that needs to be the way that you come off. But you need to control the conversation, right? Like, okay, John, cool. Morning or afternoon, perfect. 5:30 or 6, perfect. Cool. That doesn't work. 6:15. I can squeeze you in, John, but I have a lot going on at the time. Is there any reason you won't make it, John? John, I need to make sure that this is actually serious to you, the same way I'm assuming it is because you filled it out. But I just want to verify, like, is there any reason that you cannot make 6:15? That is control. That's controlling the conversation, controlling what direction the client goes in. Most people struggle because they don't have control. And then frame. Frame is probably my favorite because it changes everything. The way that you view something, how you look at the same thing in a different frame is everything. I can say, hey, this looks like this painting has a football. The frame around the football will determine how I view that football. If it's a red frame, I'm gonna be like, golly, that feels and looks aggressive. Right? If it's a yellow frame, I'm like, oh. If it's pink, I'm like, it's a little, you know what I mean? Why is a football framed in a pink frame? I don't associate those two things. So how I frame my mind about specific things, and I may be saying this wrong, I don't know, but that's how I look at it. The way I view frame is simple though. It's like I want to make this look a certain way or create a feeling from doing this. So my tonality, the control of the conversation, it all starts with the frame. So actually, I apologize. This is actually backwards. It really all starts with your frame. Once you have the proper frame, you need to apply the tonality, and from the tonality comes control, right? Because when you start the conversation, the tone is instantaneous. You come into a conversation one way, they automatically respect you or don't. When I call people, they know what I'm talking about. I don't sound like they don't know what I'm talking about. And if they do, I make them sound goofy. Like, what do you mean? And I make that face like, what are you talking about? Didn't you feel like you filled this out? I was like, well, did you fill this out? I'm like, well, I know you filled this out, so why are you acting weird? And you can hear that. So why you hear what I'm saying? So why are you acting weird? Not, well, did you fill this out? And blah, blah, blah. It's like, John, look, okay, you must be confused. totally understand. But look, I got this. You filled this out. You were looking for this and this. So is this not important to you, or what's changed since the last time you filled this out? Because I'm a little confused. And then they tell me, and then I move on. I don't harp on that because the frame is you filled this out. I'm calling you. My job is to get this taken care of. You need my help. That's why you filled this out. Do you need my help? Yes or no? No? Okay. But you don't let them object initially. And most of the time, that's not it because they do need your help or they wouldn't have filled it out. That's why you're giving them a call back. Right? But the best salespeople have these three things. I don't care in what industry, I don't care where you're at, you have to have these three things. Tonality, control, and frame. You go meet with Tony Robbins, he already has the frame. You're cooked. He's probably controlling the conversation. He's got all the tonality in the world. You're going to probably do what he says to do. Sorry. That's all it is. Right? But we're not meeting with the Tony Robbins, the XYZs, the whatever, the Hermo. Like, we're not meeting with those people every day. You're meeting with everyday Americans, everyday sales reps. So how do you separate yourself from the other everyday, or you're meeting with everyday people, we're talking to everyday sales reps. How do you separate yourself? You have tonality, control, and you frame yourself properly. You are actually the authority. The things you say come from the frame that you give. If you are framed as a person who's busy and doesn't have a lot going on and has a lot going on and they need this more than you need them, then it's like they're going to respect you and respect your time. Right? So this is a quick one, y'all. Let's have a great week. If y'all want to see specific topics, let me know. I want to kind of break down things a little bit more high level going forward. So if that's something that you are interested in, sorry, y'all, yawn. I get these morning yawns after I get back from the gym. That you want to look at, please let me know and we can hop right into it. If you're an agent looking for individual leads, Lead Lab CRM. If you're an agency owner looking to partner up, go to agentleadlab.com. We got a lot of cool stuff going on. We just released some trucker leads. We got annuity leads. Got a lot of calls lined up today. And we are growing and scaling. So as always, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys next time. Have a blessed day.